What up, Puka traders? We're here for round one. And we lost the die roll, and our hand is amazing, so we're going to keep this. We'll lead off with turn one, top, Mox Diamond, spin the top. That seems pretty good. Turn two, Imperial Recruiter to go and get the Kiki Jiki. Oh, Champion of the Parish. All right, all right. So let's go Island, Mox Diamond, discard Island, play top, spin top, find Magma Jet, pass the turn. It's kind of an explosive first turn. Gather the townsfolk. Well, that's a lot of humans. It's not great for us. Have to admit, not great for us. This also pushes it out of Magma Jet range, which I'm not thrilled with. So let's see. Let's go. Let's play an Imperial Recruiter. I'm not super thrilled with the Mountain or the Pact Negation on top of our deck. So this will shuffle it. And then what we can do is next turn we can play a land. Or, sorry, in our upkeep, we'll top. And if Ulamog is on top of our deck, we can just show him, tell him into play. Let's see. What do we want here, though? I think here we'd probably want Pestermite. Because if Ulamog is not on top of our deck, I want to use Pestermite to tap this down. So we'll get Pestermite. And pass the turn. We have an option of whether or not to block. I think that we do. Save a little bit of damage. I don't think you'd want to use a removal spell on this to get in that extra point of damage, but, you know, whatever our opponent wants to do, they can do that. Soulfire Grandmaster. That's a pretty good card. That is a pretty good card. I do believe that we're going to board in Slagstorm. That seems like an appropriate card to board in here. Also, if Ulamog is on top of our deck, I don't think our opponent has like a particularly great way of dealing with it. They probably have some sort of like Path to Exile or Swords to Plowshares. So, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one, but I think we got this. So we're going to top in our upkeep. Find Ulamog? No. We did find a Treachery, though. Well, Treachery is not great unless we find another land. We can Treachery this Champion of the Parish with Show and Tell. I mean, this Champion's just going to get out of hand, and maybe if we Treachery it... Like, the other thing, too, is that we can Treachery anything that they Show and Tell into play. I think we actually do that. I think that we're going to Show and Tell this Treachery. And then what we can do is we can also Pestermite. Show and Tell. All right, so opponent has nothing. Opponent put in nothing. So we'll untap those three. then say go. Oh, we can also untap the champion. That's interesting. I think that we untap champion if we get to that point. Opponent will more than likely want to hold some sort of removal spell for Pestermite. They know it's in our hand. So let's see, do we Pestermite his land? No, I think that we just untap the champion. We can also just Magma Jet the Soulfire Grandmaster. Scry 2 cards and then top. We know our top 2 cards are Everflowing Chalice and Abbot of Carol Keep. Do we want either of those cards? Abbot could be interesting. Oh. That's interesting too. Okay. Okay, all right. You're just journeying your own champion. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. What's great is that if we can, like, let's say that we... No, never mind. I was thinking of something else. All right, so now we can Pestermite and tap down Soulfire Grandmaster. We can Pestermite end of turn. We can Pestermite tap... Sorry, Pestermite and untap Mox Diamond, and then use Mox Diamond to top, and then block the Soulfire Grandmaster. I think I actually just like Magma Jetting the Soulfire Grandmaster here. Taking 1. And I think I want to scribe both of these. Maybe we keep the Abbot on top. So we'll go bottom, top. I can get in for 1. That's fine. And then end of turn we top and find Electrolyze, Abbot. So what we can do, we can go Electrolyze, Mountain, Abbot. So then we are for sure hitting a Mountain off the Abbot. And then we can draw a card off of top and get the Electrolyze. So, like, how about this scenario? If our opponent plays a creature that we can Electrolyze, and then they attack in with the human into our 2/1, we can draw a card off of top, kill his creature, get the prowess, block, kill his guy. That's a pretty sweet scenario. But that's just a scenario. All right, opponent went into the tank for a little bit, allowed us to play our Abbot. We appreciate it. Get our Mountain. So now I think we just pass. We have Electrolyze on top of our deck. We can Electrolyze his human, get prowess. We can play Pestermite. We can do a lot of different things. We can also just let him attack for 1. I do believe that would be fine. Yeah, you can do that. So let's see. What can we do? We can Pestermite, untap a land, and then use that land to top. We can tap down his swamp. I think that we just play Pestermite and then untap a land. Untap Sulphur Falls. Untap it, yes. Use it to top. See a bunch of different things. I think that we want... Boy, Koth of the Hammer could be kind of wild here. I think that we want 1, 2, 3, 4 untaps a land. I was thinking if we could play Koth and then draw a card with top and Electrolyze. But I think what we want to do is we just want to draw Electrolyze, which will in turn allow us to draw a Koth. So I guess we don't even have to do this now unless we want to get the Prowess trigger. Yeah, I think we do. Just go 1 and 1. Which is cool because the Koth also gives Abbott a Prowess trigger. We're just burning through cards in our deck. Opponent raise the alarm? No. No raise the alarm end of turn. That's good. It's good too. And we win. We did it. All right. So let's see. Bringing in Slagstorm. Taking out Forbid. Let's see. Could take out this combo. This whole thing. We take out that whole thing. Target player. If we take out that whole thing, what does that leave us? It leaves us with some good options. We could bring in like Sarkon and Cunning Spark Mage. Deal with all the 1/1s. We want Spark Mage? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Like Revoker and Augur. What does Augur get us? It gets us Pact, Magma Jet, Electrolyze, Slagstorm, Compulsive Research, Cryptic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. It's pretty good. Okay. I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. That show and tell putting in Treachery, that was a tech play. That was a tech play. All right. Ooh, this is a pretty good hand. We'll keep this. Yep. Keep. Yeah, Koth can actually get us the 3rd mana for Kiki-Jiki. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, opponent leading off with Champion again. That's not great, but hopefully they just play one human like a Soulfire Grandmaster, and then we can just Magma Jet it. Not looking for another Gather the Townfolk. That was brutal. What is this? Porcelain Legionnaire. Well, that's okay. We just take this down? I think so. Yeah, I think that we have to take the 3/1 down. Ooh, Slagstorm on top and Kiki-Jiki on top. Well, we don't have the mana for Kiki-Jiki, but I think that's okay. Keep the Slagstorm on top also. Now by taking out the Porcelain Legionnaire, that's actually cool. Taking out the Porcelain Legionnaire, now that's incentivizing them to play creatures to bump up the champion. Yeah, this is great. Great. We'll just Slagstorm you. How does that sound? Three damage to each creature. Bang. Your turn, friend. The old 2-for-1. Sorin? No, that's okay. It's all right. There are worse things. I think that we just pass. and then play the Pestermite at the end of turn. Because then if we draw a red source, we win. We did it. All right, in for 3. Pestermite. Tap down their black. Tap swamp, yes. Electrolyze. Well, that's actually kind of cool, because now we can go... Let's see, how can we do this? You can put Soren down to 1, and then electrolyze Soren and his face. That's kind of cool. Let's do that. Electrolyze both there. I guess we have to redirect both damage to Soren. It's kind of a bummer. It's okay, though. Yes. Drawing Misty Rainforest. Well, if our Pestermite lives, which I would assume it... Unless they're killing it right now. Unless they're killing it right now, I would assume that our Pestermite is going to live. Even throughout their next turn. Alright. Not out of the woods yet. Still not out of the woods. Opponent could still do something. I mean, like, our opponent could have a Swords or a Path to Exile or all kinds of different things that I feel like they would just use right now. No? They did not. I feel like our Pestermite is going to live. I have good feelings about this. They might have, like, a Journey to Nowhere. Banisher Priest. Banisher Priest is fine. We can deal with Banisher Priest. We have Sarkhan. Alright. Vampire. Shambles in for 2. Let's see. Actually, I think that they're just dead here, because now we can Cryptic anything that they play, bounce the Banisher Priest, get the Pestermite. Yeah, this is fine. And so let's crack this, get a Steam Vents, play it tapped. We're going to return this to their hand and draw a card. Going to tap that. Yes. Untap. Play our land. Kiki Jiki? Does Kiki Jiki resolve? Kiki Jiki does resolve. And I do believe our opponent's going to make us do this, so I'm going to put you on pause, and we'll come back to the end of the game. Well, thankfully, our opponent didn't make us play out the whole thing, but we did it. So, round 1, achievement unlocked. We'll see you all for round 2.